Invest in You. Transform Your Life, $1 at a Time. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Introduction. What if I told you that freedom, the kind of freedom that lets you live on your own terms, follow your dreams, and secure your future, could begin with a single dollar? Yes, just $1. You might think, how can $1 possibly change anything? But in the hands of someone who knows how to harness its power, that dollar becomes the first step toward a life of wealth, security, and choices. If you're like most people, money may feel like a constant stressor. Maybe you've experienced the cycle of working hard, watching your paycheck disappear before your eyes, and wondering if you'll ever have enough to feel at peace. It's a cycle that's not only frustrating but can leave you feeling defeated. But here's a truth few people understand. Financial freedom isn't reserved for those with huge incomes. It's within reach for anyone willing to commit to one transformative habit. Here you'll learn how to turn every dollar into a deliberate investment in your future, transforming not only your finances but also your sense of freedom, purpose, and security. You'll see that wealth isn't about the amount of money you earn, but how you value, direct, and multiply each dollar you have. Imagine waking up each day knowing that your money is working for you, not the other way around. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with knowing your choices aren't limited by financial constraints, but are driven by your goals and values. That's the life this book can help you achieve, one intentional dollar at a time. Let's be clear, this journey isn't about deprivation. It's about empowerment. It's about understanding that your future can start today, with the choices you make, with the small steps you take. With every page, you'll feel yourself moving closer to the freedom and security you deserve, guided by a principle that, once mastered, has the power to transform your entire life. As the wise Warren Buffett once said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." Let this book be the catalyst that changes the way you view every dollar, every decision, and ultimately your entire future. Chapter 1. The Mindset Shift. Why pay yourself first matters. Imagine for a moment that every dollar you earn has a purpose, a destination. Rather than drifting out of your pocket with every bill, coffee, or unexpected expense, each dollar becomes a brick in the foundation of your future. This is the essence of Pay Yourself First, a revolutionary mindset that transforms every paycheck into an investment in your dreams, stability, and freedom. Too often we're conditioned to prioritize the outside world before our own needs. Bills, responsibilities, and societal pressures tell us to pay everything and everyone first: our landlord, the credit card companies, even the government. Only then, if anything remains, do we consider ourselves. This way of living keeps us running on the treadmill of paycheck-to-paycheck survival, without truly investing in a future where we control our time, resources, and decisions. The concept of pay yourself first disrupts this cycle. It means prioritizing your future with every paycheck, ensuring that your well-being and dreams come first. When you pay yourself first, you take control over your financial narrative. This isn't just about saving, it's about taking the reins of your life and establishing a path that leads somewhere meaningful. But why is this so powerful? At its core, this shift isn't merely a change in financial behavior, it's a deep transformation in how we view our lives and ourselves. When you commit to paying yourself first, you're not just setting aside a portion of your income, you're declaring that your goals, dreams, and future deserve priority. You're saying that you deserve a foundation of stability, choice, and peace. Our culture encourages us to live for today. We're bombarded with ads and messages urging us to buy the latest phone, indulge in a trendy experience, or upgrade to the newest car. There's a constant push to prove ourselves through what we own, wear, and consume. This mindset feeds into a dangerous cycle, leaving us with little room to prioritize the future over the present. Consider this: every dollar you spend impulsively today is a dollar you're choosing not to save or invest for tomorrow. Without the discipline to pay yourself first, the future remains a hazy dream, too far off to feel real. Yet, if we're honest, the future will arrive faster than we imagine. How we approach our money today shapes the freedom, choices, and security we'll experience tomorrow. When you start paying yourself first, something remarkable happens. You gain a sense of control and freedom over your life. The future stops feeling like an uncertain mystery and begins to resemble a canvas that you are actively painting. By committing to this discipline, you're taking ownership of your financial choices and laying a foundation for a life built on stability, not stress. Imagine this discipline as a muscle that grows stronger with each paycheck. Every time you set aside money for yourself, you're reaffirming your commitment to your future. It's a quiet but powerful declaration that your dreams matter as much as your immediate needs. This act of prioritizing yourself empowers you to make decisions based on your long-term vision rather than being driven by short-term pressures. To make this shift, start by creating a system where a percentage of every paycheck goes directly to you, your savings, investments, or personal growth. Treat this allocation as a non-negotiable bill. Just as you would never skip rent or ignore a loan payment, don't shortchange yourself. This is your future on the line, and that deserves as much respect as any financial obligation. Let's say you decide to start by paying yourself 10% of every paycheck. This 10% isn't just money, it's a symbol of your dedication to your own growth and stability. It represents your commitment to live beyond just today. This practice, small as it may seem initially, accumulates over time, building a solid foundation that gives you peace of mind and more choices down the road. When you start paying yourself first, you may notice a ripple effect in other areas of your life. This financial self-care brings clarity to your priorities. As you strengthen your financial foundation, you'll begin to feel less burdened by the pressures of daily expenses. You may even notice that your spending becomes more intentional, guided by a clear vision of what you truly value. This process has an emotional payoff too. By prioritizing yourself and your future, you're likely to feel a stronger sense of self-worth and confidence. Paying yourself first isn't just about dollars, it's a reminder that you are worthy of financial security, independence, and peace. So what does it take to truly commit to paying yourself first? It begins with a choice to believe that your future deserves as much care and attention as the demands of today. It's a choice to build a legacy of stability and independence, rather than living paycheck to paycheck. This commitment will change how you view every purchase and every paycheck, reminding you that your future is worth the investment. The journey of paying yourself first isn't always easy. You'll face temptations, challenges, and perhaps even skepticism from others. But with each paycheck, as you set aside money for yourself, you're strengthening your belief in the future you deserve. It's a mindset shift, a financial strategy, and a life philosophy wrapped into one. The rest of this book will guide you through the steps to make pay yourself first a lasting part of your life, a foundation upon which you can build a life of freedom, choice, and peace. Chapter 2. Breaking free from financial myths. Most people grow up believing certain myths about money, often passed down by family, society, or cultural norms. These myths can hold us captive, limiting our sense of what's possible. They feed into the paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle, convincing us that there's never enough or that saving is something only for the wealthy. If we want to embrace the pay-yourself-first principle fully, we first have to identify and dismantle these myths that hinder our financial freedom. One of the most common myths is that saving money is only for those who earn more. This myth suggests that until you have a high income, setting aside money is pointless. However, this mindset ignores the power of consistency and compound growth. When you prioritize paying yourself, even with a small amount, you're planting seeds that grow over time. Think of it this way: a small tree, nurtured over time, becomes a mighty oak. Similarly, small, consistent investments in yourself build a foundation that can support your dreams. Another damaging belief is the idea that money is something we need to spend to enjoy life fully. Social media and advertising reinforce this idea, showing us idealized lifestyles filled with luxury and spontaneous indulgence. We're taught that money should be spent to keep up with others or prove our success. But let's pause and question, does spending really bring lasting satisfaction, or is it often a quick fix that leaves us searching for the next thrill? The truth is, every dollar spent impulsively on temporary pleasures could have been used to build lasting security and freedom. Many people justify unnecessary spending with a sense of entitlement. I work hard, so I deserve this. While there's value in rewarding yourself, it's easy for this belief to become a trap. When we consistently spend on small luxuries as a reward, we're actually undermining our future self. Consider this: each reward is a tiny debt we create, delaying the financial security we're seeking. Paying yourself first doesn't mean living in austerity. It's about balancing short-term desires with long-term goals. When you practice the principle of pay yourself first, you can create a meaningful system of rewards that doesn't undermine your future. By breaking free from the "I deserve it" mentality, you're opening up space for truly deserving rewards, like freedom, choice, and peace of mind. Another common belief is that expenses control us, that certain costs are simply unavoidable. Housing, transportation, food, these are non-negotiables, right? While some costs are essential, the idea that expenses are out of our control is largely a myth. You have more power over your spending than you might believe. When you prioritize paying yourself, you're forced to examine your expenses critically. Maybe you don't need the high-end apartment with luxury amenities, or perhaps you can cook more meals at home rather than dining out. When you see expenses as flexible, not fixed, you're taking charge of your financial landscape. By recognizing that many of these unavoidable costs are actually choices, you empower yourself to align your spending with your priorities. One of the most pervasive myths is the belief that there's never enough money to go around. This scarcity mindset keeps people feeling perpetually on edge, worried that every unexpected bill will tip them over the edge. It's a belief rooted in fear, and it's a mindset that undermines the habit of paying yourself first. However, if you analyze how most people manage their money, you'll notice a pattern: their expenses expand to match their income. Without a system to pay yourself first, any increase in income is usually absorbed by lifestyle inflation, more dining out, nicer clothes, higher rent. This cycle keeps people locked in the same financial position, regardless of how much they earn. But here's a crucial insight: there's always something to set aside, no matter how small. A few dollars today are a step toward freedom tomorrow. When you prioritize paying yourself, you're breaking out of the not enough mentality and shifting toward an abundance mindset. By focusing on what you can control, you'll find that the small changes compound, building a buffer of security over time. Awareness is the first step in overcoming these myths. Start by identifying which beliefs resonate most with you. Do you struggle with the idea that you deserve certain luxuries? Do you often think there's not enough to save? Begin challenging these thoughts. Ask yourself, where did I learn this belief? Does it serve my goals, or is it holding me back? Once you've identified the beliefs that no longer serve you, replace them with empowering affirmations. Instead of "I don't make enough to save," try "every dollar I set aside builds my future." Rather than "expenses are unavoidable," adopt "I control my expenses based on my values." These new beliefs align with the principle of paying yourself first and encourage you to approach each paycheck with intentionality. Imagine a world where you no longer feel like a slave to expenses or feel pressured to keep up with others. In this world, your spending aligns with your values, and every dollar has a purpose. This is the freedom that comes with paying yourself first. By breaking away from these myths, you're reclaiming power over your finances. You're building a future that reflects your aspirations, not the expectations of others or the pressures of society. As you dismantle these myths and adopt the pay-yourself-first mindset, you'll likely feel resistance. Old habits die hard, and it can feel uncomfortable to resist spending urges or shift deeply rooted beliefs. But this discomfort is a sign of growth, a signal that you're transforming your relationship with money. Keep going, remembering that each dollar saved is a step toward a life that's genuinely yours. By breaking free from limiting myths, you're creating a new set of beliefs grounded in abundance, control, and empowerment. When you approach each paycheck with the intention to pay yourself first, you're building a life of financial independence. This isn't just a strategy, it's a commitment to a future where you have the freedom to make choices based on your values, not your circumstances. In the following chapters, we'll explore how to make this shift permanent by building habits, developing emotional resilience, and creating a vision that drives your financial journey. But first, take a moment to reflect: which myths have held you back? What beliefs are you ready to leave behind as you step into a new era of financial empowerment? Chapter 3: Emotional Wealth: Aligning Spending with Values. We often think of wealth solely in terms of numbers, savings accounts, investments, net worth. But there's another kind of wealth that's just as important: emotional wealth. Emotional wealth is about spending in ways that enrich our lives and align with our core values. When you prioritize spending on things that genuinely bring you fulfillment, rather than on fleeting desires, you're investing in a sense of contentment that goes beyond material success. Consider this. Imagine two people with identical incomes. One person spends lavishly on things that bring instant gratification, fancy dinners, trendy clothes, gadgets that quickly lose their charm. The other spends thoughtfully, investing in experiences and items that align with their values and provide long-term satisfaction. Who is wealthier in the end? The answer lies not in their bank accounts, but in the sense of fulfillment and purpose they derive from their choices. When you pay yourself first, you're not just setting aside money for the future, you're making a statement about what matters to you. This approach encourages you to think critically about where your money goes and whether it's aligned with the things that give your life meaning. In this chapter, we'll explore how to use the pay yourself first philosophy to cultivate emotional wealth and ensure your financial habits support a life of genuine contentment. To align your spending with your values, you first need to identify what those values are. This may seem simple, but many people spend without ever considering if their purchases align with what truly matters to them. Think about what you care about most deeply. Perhaps it's family, personal growth, creativity, or helping others. Whatever your values are, they form the compass that can guide your spending decisions and help you build a life that resonates with who you truly are. Take a moment to write down 3 to 5 core values. Next to each value, list ways you could invest in those values. For instance, if one of your values is learning, you might consider setting aside money for courses or books. If family is a core value, you might prioritize saving for experiences with loved ones rather than material possessions. When you use your values as a filter, every dollar spent becomes an investment in your emotional well-being. In our fast-paced, consumer-driven world, it's easy to get swept up in impulsive spending. Advertisements are designed to make us feel like we need the latest products, and social media often shows us a curated view of others' seemingly lavish lifestyles. This environment pushes us toward spending that's more about instant gratification than long-term fulfillment. Intentional spending, on the other hand, is about slowing down and considering how each purchase aligns with your values. When you choose to pay yourself first, you're prioritizing the things that matter most to you and resisting the urge to buy what you don't truly need. This shift from impulsive to intentional spending doesn't mean depriving yourself, it's about investing in the things that enrich your life. One powerful way to practice intentional spending is to implement a pause rule. Whenever you're about to make a purchase, pause and ask yourself whether this expense supports your values. If it doesn't, consider redirecting that money towards something that does. By cultivating this habit, you're not only reinforcing the pay yourself first philosophy, but also building a mindset that values emotional wealth over temporary satisfaction. Research shows that spending on experiences often brings more lasting happiness than spending on material goods. Experiences like a trip, a concert, or even a memorable dinner with friends create memories that can bring joy long after the moment has passed. Material items, by contrast, tend to lose their appeal over time, often gathering dust in a corner. When you prioritize paying yourself first, consider setting aside money specifically for experiences that align with your values. If one of your values is creativity, you might invest in a workshop or art supplies. If you value relationships, perhaps you save for a weekend getaway with friends. These choices not only bring happiness but also foster a sense of purpose, as each experience is a reflection of what you care about most. One of the most empowering aspects of paying yourself first is that it encourages you to invest in yourself. This can take many forms: personal development courses, fitness programs, travel, or even time to pursue a passion project. When you invest in your growth, you're making a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. This kind of spending is deeply fulfilling, as it's not just about acquiring more but becoming more. Think of self-investment as a cornerstone of emotional wealth. By prioritizing your growth, health, and happiness, you're building a foundation that enhances every other aspect of your life. The returns on these investments are often intangible, but they're incredibly valuable: increased confidence, resilience, and a greater sense of purpose. To fully embrace the principle of pay yourself first, consider creating a spending plan that reflects your values. This isn't about setting rigid budgets but rather ensuring your financial decisions align with what's most important to you. For instance, if one of your values is community, allocate a portion of your income to support local causes or small businesses. If one of your values is personal growth, dedicate part of your budget to courses, books, or workshops. When you create a spending plan based on values, you're actively choosing to build emotional wealth. You're saying yes to the things that matter and no to the distractions. Over time, this approach brings clarity and peace, as every financial decision becomes a reflection of who you are and who you aspire to be. Aligning your spending with your values doesn't just enrich your own life, it often has a positive impact on others too. When you prioritize spending on experiences, self-investment, or causes that matter, you create a ripple effect that extends beyond your own fulfillment. Supporting a small business, donating to a meaningful cause, or taking a class to better yourself all contribute to the well-being of your community. In this way, emotional wealth isn't just about personal satisfaction, it's about making a difference in the world around you. When you live according to the principle of pay yourself first, you're creating a life that resonates deeply with your values. You're not only securing a financial future, but also building a foundation of emotional wealth that brings peace, joy, and purpose. Now, take a moment to consider, what purchases have brought you the most joy and fulfillment? Do they align with your core values? How might shifting your spending toward emotional wealth impact your overall well-being? Reflecting on these questions can provide clarity as you continue on this journey of paying yourself first and aligning your financial life with what matters most. In the next chapter, we'll delve into the practical steps to make pay yourself first a habit, turning this philosophy into an automatic part of your financial life. But for now, remember, every dollar spent with intention brings you closer to a life that feels truly rich. Chapter 4. Building the habit of paying yourself first. Creating a lasting habit of paying yourself first may seem challenging at first, but it's the foundation for financial independence. Just like brushing your teeth or exercising, building the habit of prioritizing yourself financially requires consistency, commitment, and a clear plan. When you make pay yourself first an automatic part of your routine, it becomes effortless and helps you stay on track to achieve long-term financial goals. Think of this habit as setting the stage for a life of security and freedom. While it may take time to fully integrate, once it's established, the rewards are profound and enduring. In this chapter, we'll explore strategies to build and reinforce this habit, making it as natural as any other daily routine. Habits form through a cycle known as the habit loop, which consists of a cue, routine, and reward. For example, if your goal is to exercise regularly, your cue might be waking up in the morning, your routine is your workout, and your reward is the feeling of accomplishment afterward. The same process can be applied to financial habits. By creating a routine of paying yourself first, you'll establish a habit loop that reinforces this behavior over time. The first step in making this habit stick is to find a cue that prompts you to pay yourself first consistently. For many people, payday is the perfect cue. It's a regular, predictable event that can signal the routine of setting aside a portion of income before anything else. Each payday becomes an opportunity to reinforce the habit of prioritizing yourself financially. One of the most effective ways to make pay yourself first a habit is to automate it. Automation takes human error, emotion, and forgetfulness out of the equation, making it easier to stay consistent. Setting up an automatic transfer on payday to move a fixed percentage of your income into savings or investments is a powerful step toward making this habit a permanent part of your life. Consider setting up a separate account for these funds, one that's not easily accessible for everyday spending. This account serves as a pay-yourself vault, reserved for your future goals. By automating the transfer, you're ensuring that your commitment to yourself is honored each and every payday. Over time, you may find that you don't even miss the money, as it becomes part of your routine. Starting small is crucial when establishing any new habit. If saving a large portion of your paycheck feels daunting, begin with an amount that's manageable. Even 5% of each paycheck can be an effective starting point. This small step builds momentum and reinforces the habit without causing financial strain. As you become comfortable, you can gradually increase the percentage you pay yourself, challenging yourself to prioritize even more of your income. The key is to begin with consistency. Small amounts saved over time compound, and by making even modest contributions to yourself, you're actively building a habit that will grow stronger and more rewarding over time. Having a clear purpose behind the habit of paying yourself first strengthens your motivation. Ask yourself what you're saving for. Is it financial security, freedom to pursue passions, early retirement, or peace of mind? Define your goal clearly, and make it something tangible and meaningful. Visualizing your goal can provide an extra push when you're tempted to skip saving. You might create a vision board, set a countdown for a specific milestone, or even write a letter to your future self. Each time you pay yourself, remember the future you're building. Keeping this goal in mind will make the habit feel purposeful reminding you of the life you're creating with each saved dollar. Accountability plays a significant role in reinforcing habits. You might share your goal with a trusted friend, partner, or even an online community that values financial independence. Knowing that others are aware of your commitment can add a layer of accountability, motivating you to stick to your plan. Additionally, positive reinforcement can enhance the habit loop. Celebrate your progress, acknowledge milestones, whether it's reaching a specific savings target or simply sticking to the habit for a certain number of paychecks in a row. Positive reinforcement boosts motivation, making it easier to continue the habit. Building any habit comes with challenges, and setbacks are natural. Unexpected expenses may arise, or a particularly tight month might tempt you to skip paying yourself. However, it's crucial to approach these setbacks with resilience. When obstacles arise, view them as temporary. If you can't save your usual amount, contribute what you can. Even a small deposit keeps the habit alive and reinforces your commitment to yourself. One way to navigate challenges is by creating a buffer fund. This fund is separate from your pay-yourself savings and can cover unexpected expenses without disrupting your habit. Having this buffer in place reduces the likelihood of setbacks derailing your progress, helping you maintain consistency in the long run. Tracking your progress is a powerful motivator. When you see your savings grow, it reinforces the positive effects of the habit. Consider using an app, a spreadsheet, or even a journal to log your savings and milestones. Documenting your progress allows you to celebrate achievements and maintain focus on your end goal. Tracking also provides valuable insight. If you're struggling to maintain the habit, reviewing your progress can offer perspective on how far you've come and what adjustments you might need to stay on track. Over time, the habit of paying yourself first becomes more than a routine. It becomes a journey that transforms your financial life. Take time to reflect on how paying yourself first impacts your life. Notice the peace of mind that comes from having savings. Reflect on how the habit has shifted your perspective on money and priorities. Recognize the empowerment that comes from knowing you're building a foundation for the future, one paycheck at a time. By consistently paying yourself first, you're creating a legacy of financial independence, security, and freedom. Each paycheck becomes a building block toward the life you envision, and every dollar saved represents a step toward a future of choice and stability. As you move forward, remember that this habit isn't just about money, it's about honoring your future self. The discipline and commitment you build now will open doors to possibilities you may not yet fully realize. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to resist temptations that can pull you off track, and how to keep your eyes fixed on the long-term rewards. Chapter 5. Overcoming temptation and short-term thinking. Building a habit of paying yourself first is transformative, but sticking with it requires resilience, especially in a world that promotes instant gratification. Every day we face temptations, advertisements for things we must have, invitations to spend on the latest trends, and social media images that can spark envy or a desire to keep up with others. The key to staying committed to pay yourself first is to develop strategies that empower you to resist these temptations and keep your focus on the long-term rewards. In this chapter, we'll explore how to overcome the pull of instant gratification, avoid the trap of short-term thinking, and cultivate a mindset that values long-term fulfillment over momentary satisfaction. With the right tools, you can navigate temptations without feeling deprived and remain committed to your financial goals. Instant gratification taps into a basic human tendency, the desire for quick rewards. Studies show that our brains are wired to prioritize immediate rewards over distant benefits, a phenomenon known as present bias. In the moment, it feels more satisfying to indulge in a small pleasure today than to wait for a larger, distant reward. This bias can make it difficult to resist spending impulses, even when we know the long-term payoff of saving. However, understanding this tendency can help us create strategies to counter it. When you're aware of the mental bias pulling you toward short-term choices, you can take a step back and remind yourself of your goals. Just as you train a muscle, training your mind to prioritize future benefits takes practice and patience. Recognizing the natural tendency for instant gratification is the first step toward mastering it. One powerful tool for resisting temptation is visualization. When you're tempted to spend impulsively, pause and picture your future self benefiting from the habit of paying yourself first. Imagine the financial security, freedom, and peace of mind you're building with each saved dollar. The more vividly you can imagine the future you're creating, the easier it becomes to resist the lure of instant gratification. For instance, if you're saving for early retirement, visualize a day in that future life. Imagine waking up without the need for an alarm, having the freedom to choose how you spend your time, or pursuing passions without financial constraints. By connecting your savings habit to this clear vision, you're training your mind to value long-term rewards over fleeting pleasures. When faced with a spending temptation, give yourself the gift of a moment to pause and reflect. This pause allows you to assess whether the purchase aligns with your values and goals. During this time, ask yourself a few key questions. Does this purchase bring me closer to my goals? Is this something I truly need, or is it a temporary desire? Will I still value this in a month or even a week? This brief reflection can be surprisingly powerful. Often, the act of pausing is enough to help you realize that the purchase isn't necessary, or that the excitement of the moment doesn't align with your true priorities. By adopting a pause and reflect rule, you're creating a simple barrier that helps guard against impulsive spending and keeps you focused on paying yourself first. Resisting temptation doesn't mean you have to deprive yourself. In fact, a healthy reward system can strengthen your commitment to financial goals. However, these rewards should align with your long-term vision and values. Instead of indulging in impulsive purchases, plan meaningful rewards that support your financial journey. For example, consider setting small, achievable milestones in your savings journey. When you reach each milestone, treat yourself in a way that doesn't derail your progress. This could mean a nice dinner, a new book, or a mini vacation, something intentional and budgeted. Celebrating your wins reminds you of the positive impact of paying yourself first and gives you something to look forward to without compromising your long-term goals. Whenever you feel the urge to make an impulsive purchase, ask yourself if there's a way to redirect that desire into a value-based spending opportunity. Value-based spending means aligning your financial choices with the things you truly care about. If you're tempted to splurge on a luxury item, consider using that money toward an experience or goal that aligns with your core values. Let's say travel is one of your values, but you feel tempted to buy new clothes you don't really need. Redirecting that money toward a travel fund brings you closer to something that provides lasting joy and aligns with your values. This approach allows you to satisfy the desire to spend while keeping your focus on what truly matters to you. Accountability is a powerful tool for resisting temptation. When you share your goals with a friend, family member, or community, you're making a commitment that strengthens your resolve. Knowing that someone else is aware of your goals can make you think twice before making impulsive decisions. Additionally, you'll find support and encouragement, which makes the journey feel less isolating. Consider joining a community of like-minded individuals who are also focused on financial independence or prioritizing their future. Whether it's an online forum, social media group, or even a group of friends, surrounding yourself with people who understand your goals can help you stay on track. When you feel tempted, reach out for support and remind yourself of the bigger picture. Whenever temptation arises, take a moment to think about the broader impact of paying yourself first. Each time you save, you're moving closer to a life of freedom and security. By choosing your future over momentary desires, you're building a foundation that enables you to live on your own terms. Reflecting on the bigger picture brings perspective. The item you're tempted to buy may bring a few hours or days of happiness, but the financial freedom you're working toward will bring years of peace, choice, and fulfillment. Keeping this broader view in mind allows you to approach temptations with resilience, knowing that every dollar saved is an investment in a richer, more secure life. As you build resilience against temptations, consider each act of delayed gratification as a point of pride. Recognize the strength it takes to prioritize your future self and celebrate each small victory. Over time, delaying gratification becomes a source of empowerment rather than a feeling of restriction. You'll gain confidence in your ability to make choices that honor your goals and values. Embracing delayed gratification allows you to transform the concept of pay yourself first into a source of pride and fulfillment. Instead of feeling deprived, you'll feel accomplished, knowing that each choice brings you closer to a life of abundance and freedom. In the end, paying yourself first isn't about sacrifice, it's about building a life that's aligned with your deepest aspirations. Chapter 6. Creating a Vision for Financial Freedom. As you've been building the habit of paying yourself first, you're already moving closer to a life of financial freedom. But there's a vital element that can make this journey even more powerful: a clear vision of what financial freedom means to you. Without a vivid picture of your end goal, it's easy to lose motivation or feel uncertain about why you're putting in the effort. A vision gives direction to your actions, connecting every dollar saved with a future that you can see, feel, and work toward. In this chapter, we'll explore how to define and visualize your financial freedom. We'll look at the practical and emotional aspects of crafting a vision, and how this vision can inspire you to stay committed to pay yourself first with renewed energy. Financial freedom means different things to different people. For some, it's the ability to retire early and live comfortably, without worrying about money. For others, it's having enough savings to start a business, travel the world, or pursue a passion without relying on a steady paycheck. Before you can create a vision, it's essential to define what financial freedom looks like for you personally. Start by asking yourself questions like: what would I do with my time if I didn't have to worry about money? How would I spend my days, and who would I spend them with? What goals, dreams, or experiences would I pursue? Take time to write down your thoughts in as much detail as possible. Imagine the daily routine of your financially free life. By articulating these details, you're creating a mental picture of the future you're working toward. This vision serves as your why, the reason you commit to paying yourself first, even when temptations arise. Visualization is a powerful tool used by athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers to reach their goals. When you vividly imagine a goal, you strengthen the neural pathways in your brain associated with it, making it feel more attainable and real. By visualizing financial freedom, you're transforming it from a distant dream into a tangible future that feels within reach. Create a specific time each week, perhaps on Sunday mornings or before bed, to close your eyes and picture your future life. Imagine waking up in a place you love, without financial stress weighing you down. Visualize the experiences you'll enjoy, the people you'll connect with, and the freedom you'll feel. The clearer and more detailed this vision, the more motivation you'll have to stay committed to your financial journey. To reinforce this vision, consider creating a vision board, a collage of images, quotes, and symbols that represent your financially free life. Place it somewhere visible, where you can look at it regularly as a reminder of your goals. Once you have a vision of financial freedom, break it down into achievable milestones. These milestones are smaller goals that mark progress on your journey. For instance, if your vision includes early retirement, your first milestone might be saving your first $10,000, then building a 6-month emergency fund, and so on. Each milestone brings you closer to your ultimate goal, making the process feel more manageable and achievable. By setting milestones, you create a roadmap to financial freedom. Each time you reach a milestone, celebrate it as a victory. Acknowledging progress keeps you motivated and reminds you that financial freedom isn't just a vague dream, it's a journey you're actively progressing toward. Your daily habits are the building blocks of your future. Every time you pay yourself first, you're contributing to the vision you've created. To reinforce this connection, remind yourself of your vision each time you transfer money into savings, or make a financial decision aligned with your goals. Consider creating a ritual that connects your habit of paying yourself first with your vision. For instance, each payday, take a few moments to reflect on your future and how this habit is bringing it closer. Visualize the freedom, peace, and fulfillment that await you. This ritual serves as a reminder that every small step is a contribution to something much bigger. Affirmations are powerful statements that reinforce a positive mindset. By repeating affirmations related to financial freedom, you're reprogramming your thoughts and strengthening your commitment to your goals. Examples of affirmations might include: I am building a life of financial freedom, one step at a time. Every dollar saved is a step closer to my dreams. I am in control of my financial future, and I deserve freedom and peace. Use these affirmations daily, especially when you feel tempted to stray from your goals. Over time, they become ingrained in your mindset, strengthening your resilience and resolve. Hearing about others who have achieved financial freedom can be incredibly inspiring and motivating. Seek out books, podcasts, or documentaries that feature individuals who have reached similar goals. By learning from their journeys, you gain valuable insights and practical tips, but more importantly, you're reminded that financial freedom is possible. Consider following online communities or social media accounts that focus on financial independence. Surrounding yourself with stories of success keeps your vision top of mind and reinforces the idea that you, too, can achieve this goal. When you hear how others have transformed their lives through consistent habits, it reinforces your commitment to paying yourself first. As you progress toward financial freedom, your vision may evolve. Life circumstances change, and so do goals. Embrace the flexibility to adjust your vision as needed. This doesn't mean you're abandoning your dreams, rather. It's an opportunity to refine them based on new insights, experiences, and priorities. Regularly revisit your vision to ensure it still resonates with your values and aspirations. Adjust it as necessary to keep it relevant and inspiring. This flexibility helps you stay committed to your financial journey, even as life brings new challenges and opportunities. Beyond personal benefits, financial freedom gives you the power to make a broader impact. With financial security, you can support causes you care about, help family members, or contribute to your community. Reflecting on this legacy can be a powerful motivator. When you pay yourself first, you're not just creating a future for yourself, you're creating a legacy that can impact others. As you close out this chapter, take a moment to think about the impact you'd like to make in the world with your financial freedom. Picture how achieving this goal could enable you to give back, support loved ones, or contribute to a cause. This broader vision enriches your journey, giving it even more purpose. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to invest in yourself beyond finances, incorporating skills, health, and knowledge as part of the Pay Yourself First philosophy. But for now, hold on to the vision you've created, and let it guide each step forward. Chapter 7. Scaling Your Success. Investing in yourself beyond finances. As you grow into the habit of paying yourself first financially, it's important to recognize that paying yourself extends beyond money. True wealth isn't just about numbers in a bank account, it's about a life enriched by personal growth, health, knowledge, and fulfillment. By investing in yourself in ways that cultivate these qualities, you're enhancing the foundation you've been building, preparing yourself for a future that's both financially and personally abundant. In this chapter, we'll explore how to invest in yourself holistically. We'll cover areas like skill development, health, personal passions, and self-education. These investments in yourself create long-lasting rewards that amplify the power of the Pay Yourself First philosophy, making your journey to financial freedom not only achievable, but also deeply fulfilling. One of the most powerful ways to pay yourself is by investing in skills and knowledge that enhance your career and personal life. Whether it's learning a new language, mastering a professional skill, or developing a creative talent, skill building gives you a competitive edge. These skills can open up new opportunities, increase your earning potential, and add a sense of accomplishment to your life. Consider dedicating a portion of your budget to courses, workshops, or certifications that align with your goals. Look for skills that support your career aspirations or entrepreneurial dreams. For example, if you aspire to start a side business, investing in a business or marketing course can pay dividends far beyond the initial cost. By continuously learning and growing, you're increasing your value, building a foundation that can lead to greater financial rewards and personal satisfaction. Without health, wealth loses its value. Investing in your physical and mental well-being is one of the most essential ways to pay yourself first. Prioritizing health ensures that you have the energy, focus, and resilience to pursue your goals. It's an investment that protects and enriches every other area of your life. Physical fitness, mental health, and overall wellness don't just happen, they're built through intentional habits. Consider creating a wellness budget that covers activities or services like gym memberships, therapy, nutritious food, or wellness retreats. These are not indulgences, they're investments in a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. When you prioritize your well-being, you're ensuring that you'll be able to enjoy the freedom and choices that financial independence provides. Engaging in activities you're passionate about adds depth and joy to life. Whether it's painting, music, sports, or crafting, spending time on activities that feed your soul enriches your life in ways that go beyond money. By nurturing your passions, you're investing in happiness and mental wellness, which can positively impact every other area of your life. Set aside both time and resources to pursue your passions. Perhaps this means taking a class, buying quality materials, or joining a community of like-minded individuals. By dedicating time and resources to your passions, you're building a life that's truly your own. These activities remind you that wealth isn't just financial, It's about creating a fulfilling, joyful life that aligns with who you are. A growth mindset, the belief that you can improve and evolve through effort, is essential for long-term success. When you embrace growth, you're open to learning, adapting, and overcoming challenges. This mindset is a vital investment in yourself because it fuels resilience and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone, even in financial decisions. Cultivating a growth mindset can be as simple as setting goals for personal development or challenging yourself to try new things. Reading books, attending seminars, or listening to inspiring podcasts are great ways to expose yourself to new perspectives. These practices expand your mind and encourage you to view setbacks as learning opportunities. By continuously investing in your mindset, you're preparing yourself to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead on your path to financial freedom. The people you surround yourself with play a significant role in your journey. Investing in relationships that support and inspire you is as valuable as any financial investment. Seek out friends, mentors, and communities that encourage your growth and align with your values. Consider joining groups that support personal finance, self-improvement, or professional growth. These communities can provide encouragement, accountability, and inspiration as you pursue your goals. Nurturing positive relationships strengthens your sense of purpose and gives you access to perspectives, insights, and support systems that amplify your journey. In the end, these relationships enrich your life and help you stay motivated and committed to the vision you're building. Mindfulness and self-care are investments in your mental clarity and emotional well-being. Practicing mindfulness can help you become more intentional about how you spend your time, energy, and resources. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply taking time for quiet reflection, mindfulness helps you connect with your inner values and priorities. Self-care, meanwhile, allows you to recharge and prevent burnout. This doesn't necessarily mean extravagant treatments or vacations. It can be as simple as setting aside time to rest, unplug, or engage in activities that bring you peace. By practicing self-care, you're honoring your needs and ensuring that you can approach each day with focus and resilience. These practices build a foundation of mental clarity and emotional balance, helping you stay centered on your financial and personal goals. Just as you allocate a budget for financial savings, consider creating a self-investment budget. This budget could include funds for courses, wellness activities, hobbies, and any other areas that contribute to your growth. By dedicating a portion of your income to self-investment, you're reinforcing the philosophy of pay yourself first beyond financial means. Setting up a self-investment budget doesn't require a large sum. It can start small, with an amount that feels manageable. The key is consistency. Each time you allocate funds toward personal growth, health, or passions, you're strengthening your commitment to a fulfilling life. Over time, these investments compound, enriching your life in ways that money alone can't achieve. Take a moment to reflect on how investing in yourself has impacted your life. Notice the ways your skills, health, and mindset have evolved. Perhaps you feel more confident, more energized, or more aligned with your values. Acknowledge the progress you've made, and recognize that these investments in yourself are just as essential as your financial savings. By consistently prioritizing self-investment, you're building a foundation that supports both your financial independence and your personal fulfillment. As you continue on this journey, remember that paying yourself first is about more than dollars. It's about building a life that's rich in experiences, growth, and meaning. As we move into the final chapter, we'll look at how to turn all you've learned into a sustainable life philosophy. You'll learn how to make the pay-yourself-first mindset a legacy that supports a life of purpose and freedom. Chapter 8. Living the legacy of pay yourself first. You've built a foundation for financial independence, expanded your vision, and invested in yourself in ways that go beyond just money. Now, the final piece is integrating the pay-yourself-first philosophy into every aspect of your life, turning it into a lasting legacy. This legacy isn't just about financial security, it's about a mindset and a way of life that prioritizes purpose, choice, and freedom. In this chapter, we'll dive into how to embody the pay-yourself-first philosophy each day, how to let it become a guiding force in your life, and how to share this mindset with others. By embracing this approach as part of your legacy, you're ensuring that the habits, discipline, and sense of fulfillment you've built will not only shape your future but inspire and impact those around you. To fully live the pay-yourself-first philosophy, it's essential to embody the mindset it represents. This means consistently making choices that reflect your values, future goals, and priorities. Embodying this mindset involves viewing every decision through the lens of self-investment and purpose. Each time you make a financial decision, ask yourself, does this choice bring me closer to my vision of freedom and fulfillment? By embodying this mindset, you're turning the philosophy into a guiding principle that influences not only your finances but also your time, relationships, and personal growth. It becomes a way of being, a foundation for decision-making that brings clarity, focus, and alignment to your life. A powerful way to live out this philosophy is by creating a personal legacy plan. This plan is a roadmap for how you want your values, accomplishments, and contributions to impact others. Your legacy isn't just about money, it's about the positive influence you have on family, friends, and even your community. Ask yourself questions like, what values do I want to pass on to others? How do I want to be remembered by my loved ones? What contributions can I make to causes or communities I care about? Write down your thoughts and turn them into actionable goals. This might mean setting aside funds for charitable giving, creating an education fund for future generations, or simply living as an example of financial independence and mindful spending. This legacy plan serves as a compass, reminding you of the lasting impact of every choice you make. One of the most powerful ways to reinforce the pay yourself first philosophy is by teaching it to others. When you share this mindset with family, friends, or even your children, you're empowering them to prioritize their future, build resilience, and find freedom. You're not only securing your own financial future, but also positively influencing those around you. If you have children, consider teaching them the importance of saving early. Encourage them to set aside part of any allowance or gift money, explaining how this habit can provide them with choices and freedom in the future. If you're close to friends or family who struggle with finances, share your journey and insights, not as advice but as a personal story of growth and empowerment. By passing on these principles, you're building a legacy that extends beyond your own life, one that can inspire others to prioritize their dreams. The heart of pay yourself first is living a life that aligns with your purpose and values. This alignment requires regularly checking in with yourself to ensure that your actions match your aspirations. Reflect on your values, ask if your spending habits still support your goals, and adjust as needed to stay on course. When you live a life that's fully aligned with your values, you experience a deeper sense of fulfillment. Every financial choice becomes a statement of who you are and what you stand for. As you go about your day-to-day life, think of ways to integrate these principles, whether it's making time for what matters most, resisting pressures to conform to consumerism, or embracing simplicity. Living the pay-yourself-first philosophy doesn't end with financial goals. Growth is a lifelong process, and the journey of self-investment continues. Stay curious, open, and willing to adapt. Continue to learn, to invest in new skills, and to challenge yourself. This mindset of growth and learning keeps your life rich, vibrant, and ever-evolving. Consider setting up a self-investment fund for ongoing learning or personal growth. This fund could cover anything that contributes to your personal development, from travel experiences to professional courses or wellness activities. By staying committed to your growth, you're reinforcing a legacy of self-investment, one that ensures your life remains purposeful and dynamic. Living this philosophy is an achievement. It takes dedication, discipline, and a strong commitment to prioritize yourself and your future. Take time to celebrate how far you've come. Reflect on the journey, each milestone, each sacrifice, each moment of growth. Acknowledge the changes you've made, both financially and personally. You've created a life that reflects your values, and that's something to be proud of. Consider holding an annual celebration or personal reflection day, a time when you assess your progress, revisit your goals, and celebrate your achievements. This tradition reminds you of the purpose behind your journey, helping you stay focused and inspired to continue building your legacy. Even as you live out this philosophy, remember that life is always changing. Goals evolve, circumstances shift, and new opportunities arise. Be flexible with your plans, and allow your vision to adapt to new realities. The pay-yourself-first mindset is not a rigid rule. It's a flexible philosophy that you can tailor to each stage of your life. Revisit your vision regularly to ensure it still aligns with your current values and aspirations. Adjust your goals as needed to reflect any changes in your priorities or circumstances. This flexibility keeps your journey meaningful, allowing you to stay connected to your purpose as you move through different phases of life. As you close this chapter and this journey, take a moment to reflect on the legacy you're building. Every time you pay yourself first, you're investing in a life of purpose, freedom, and fulfillment. This legacy is a gift, not only to yourself but also to those who will learn from your example. You're proving that financial independence is possible, that dreams are worth investing in, and that life can be rich in both meaning and resources. Your legacy isn't just about wealth, it's about values. It's about living in a way that inspires others to pursue their own paths, prioritize their futures, and build lives of meaning. By living the pay yourself first philosophy, you're creating a legacy of empowerment and possibility. As you move forward, remember that every choice, every dollar saved, and every act of self-investment is a part of this legacy. The life you're building today is a testament to your commitment, resilience, and vision. Here's to the legacy you're creating, one of freedom, purpose, and lasting impact. Final words. You've reached the end of this journey, but in many ways, it's just the beginning. The pay yourself first philosophy is more than a financial strategy, it's a path to a life shaped by intention, freedom, and purpose. As you move forward, remember that each choice you make, each dollar saved, each skill learned, each step taken, is an investment in a future that you are building, moment by moment. You have the tools, the mindset, and the vision to create a life that reflects who you truly are and what you genuinely value. Embrace this journey with pride, knowing that you're prioritizing not only your financial freedom but your legacy. And as you continue, know that every act of self-investment is a testament to your commitment, resilience, and belief in the life you deserve. Here's to a future of abundance, purpose, and impact, a future you're creating, one step at a time. Take care and be well.